I learned to be more confident in myself, to not be afraid of thinking bigger.
Thanks for joining us at the Chill MomBoss show, where we believe that MomBoss goal is possible with a little bit of determination and the right strategies. And today we have with us Manon Allano from EstheClinic. Manon just arrived this morning at 5 a.m. So I'm really grateful that she's here with us to share with us her experience in entrepreneurship. She's the founder of EstheClinic Singapore. Manon took over the business from her father, Dr. Gerard Boutboul, who established EstheClinic in France over 20 years ago. And Manon led EstheClinic into major expansion in Asia. So, hi Manon, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, so would you tell us how is it like growing up?
It's going well. We started the business in 2015 in Singapore. Our first branch is located in Tanjong Pagar on Trust Street. And it's going quite fast, quite well.
Right.
And we have been able to open 2 other clinics.
Okay. So when did you decide to take over the family business?
Oh, actually, I did some business studies in France. And at the end of my studies, I started to work with my father. And I never could look back. No, I really like the environment and the fact to be entrepreneur. So I worked with him for 5 years in France, and after, with my husband, we wanted to go abroad and see something else. So we decided to move to Singapore to set up to expand the family business in Singapore.
Oh, I see. And was it tough going to Asia?
It's not the easiest thing to do because the language is different, the culture, the environment. For admin stuff, it's different. We were not used to all of this, but Singapore is quite easy. It's people are very helpful. The government is very helpful also with new companies.
Yeah.
So it went well.
Yeah.
We had, of course, some small issues, but nothing major, so it was fine.
All right. I also know that you just told me that you're a mom of 2 little children,
Yes.
2.5 and 9 months old.
Yes.
And so how do you balance it? Having to, you say you travel to Asia every 2 months. You try to look into the expansion here. And does it feel, missing them when they're at home and you have to travel?
But it's also a break.
No, that is true.
To be on my own path during the day. But no, of course I miss them when I leave. It's 2 baby girls, they are very young. It's a lot of work. So it's a big challenge to balance the work and the personal life balance. But as an entrepreneur, I'm able to manage my schedule as I want, so I'm able to take some good quality time with them and also to have my time for working. So yes, we try our best.
And having that support system, right, in place to look after your children when you're away. And how did that come about? So you were in the business even before the children come along?
Yes.
And then was it a big shift to manage your time when you did you take a step back from the business when?
No, not
really.
No,
you didn't even take a
not
break.
really, because actually when our first daughter is born, she was born in Singapore.
Oh.
And when she was 3 months, my husband decided to go for airline pilot training.
So it's the perfect timing.
Yes, the perfect timing. So that's why we left from Singapore for his training, and so everything has been quite a lot of changes, but it was okay. Our baby girl was quite easy and smooth, and it went well, and it was so natural to have this baby with us, so it was okay.
I see. Good to hear. And so in your entrepreneurship journey, right, what do you find is the toughest thing that you have to go through?
you are on your own. So whenever you need to take decision, to step back, to think about the future, all that, you are on your own. So you need to think by yourself. Of course, we have some partners to help, but yes, I think it's the biggest part, to be able to step back and to have a good overview of the business, to know how we can expand, how we can move forward, what kind of new stuff we can include.
And what was the most surprising thing that you've learned about yourself since being in the business?
I think I learned to be more confident in myself, because I was quite a shy girl when I was younger, and being my own boss, actually I had no choice to be confident regarding my staff. All that I needed to be confident to help them to trust in me, trust in us. So yes, I think it's the most
thing that you've learned, that you're surprised that you're so confident to take on certain projects that you didn't think you
take
can.
these responsibilities.
Yeah. And I think being a mom sort of help us become that as well, right? Because we all first we don't know what we're doing when we're children, right? Nobody knows. A bit like being in a business as well, the first time. So that has certainly helped, I hope.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, but being a mom also helped me to gain confidence as a woman, and also in my business I knew what I was doing and how to do it, and when you have babies, you don't have so many time to think about everything, so you need to be more focused also. So yes, maybe with less time you manage to be more straightforward, more focused.
Do you mind sharing with us on how you stay focused on things?
Stay focused, because we have almost 20 staff working for us. So it's the main thing that helped me to keep focused, because I'm thinking, okay, they need new stuff to stay loyal, to keep on track, all that. So I'm always thinking, okay, at the end of the month, I am the one who will be, they rely on me, so I need to stay focused and stay involved in my business, all that. So yes, having some staff, I have very nice staff, very loyal staff, and I feel that I need to give them back.
I think it's almost like it's not almost, it is a responsibility on your shoulders.
Yeah, definitely. They give a lot for us, because they provide a lot of work and a lot of, they have also a lot of responsibilities, so I need to give them back.
You mentioned that you have a lot of loyal staff, which is I would say is not always the case, especially in Asia. There's a very high turnover when it comes to staffing. So how do you keep your staff with you?
We try to listen to them as we can, the most we can. We try to listen to them. For example, we are closed on Sundays and public holidays, and for them it's a very important point, because they can have a personal life.
Especially being in the beauty industry, right? Because that's
one of the main points.
It's main point for them, because a lot of customers choose to come on off days, holidays.
Of course.
It's very different if you're in the industry and being able to get a day off on a public holiday.
Definitely. So this is one point, and also, as I told you, we try to listen to them, to their requirements, needs, all that. I think we are quite a nice boss.
That's good.
But I think it's also an important part.
Okay, thanks for sharing that with us. And what's your long-term plan for the business?
Long-term plan, we want to continue the expansion, so maybe opening more clinics in Singapore.
Right.
And actually we continue with the family business, because my cousin just opened the EstheClinic in Hong Kong.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, so the first step in a new Asian country.
So before this it was just Singapore? And then Hong Kong?
Yeah, so they just opened end of August the clinic in Hong Kong, and maybe we will consider new cities, countries later. Yes,
Interesting.
we don't know yet. Yes.
Okay, I see. Okay, I'll let you do a bit of selling now. What is the USP of EstheClinic?
The main points is that we are a French company supervised by French doctors. So all our treatments and protocols are developed and tested by our doctors. So it makes them very safe, efficient, and with long-lasting results. And when customers are coming to our clinic, they have very good customer service, and they feel very safe because we are the own manufacturer of our machines.
Okay.
So we are the only one to know how to train properly, how to use them properly.
Because you manufacture those machines.
So all this make us
a trusted brand that customer.
And we have 20 years of experience. So
yeah.
I know permanent hair removal since I am maybe 10 years old.
Yeah. Since you saw your dad, your father doing it.
I have always been involved in his business, in his job, so I was always interested in this.
Were you always like the little girl that he brought to work and seeing how he does it?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you think like back then that you will be involved in the business since very young?
No, I didn't think that.
No, it was just a natural progression after your business school to go into it. Okay, so if there's like one advice that you would give aspiring mompreneur or mompreneur who's like in the trenches right now, what's the one advice that you would share?
I would say that they have to be confident in their project and to not be afraid of think bigger. Because when we arrived in Singapore, we were looking for a quite small unit for our first clinic, and actually we had a crush for the first unit we took, and it was much bigger than what we were expecting.
Okay.
And we were hesitating. Okay, it's too big. It's definitely a bigger budget. Will it match or not? And we just think, okay, let's try it. Let's try bigger. Maybe it will help us to grow bigger.
Yeah.
And it worked. So
it turned out to be the right size.
Yes, and now it's too small. So if we could push the walls, we would make it.
Take over the next shop.
Yeah. So yes, when you have a project, if you are sure about it, do not hesitate to think bigger and to take the risk. Yes.
Yeah.
In any project, you need to take risk, and I think it's important to have a part of risk.
That's true. Because a
lot of any business or any project.
Yeah, because a lot of moms like even taking that first step into entrepreneurship is scary because it's unknown, right? I mean, every project and every expansion as well is unknown, and you just have to gamble, take a gamble in yourself and just go for it.
A gamble.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Try your best, try your luck. Yes, I think, I think when you are sure about your project, at one point you know that now you need to go and don't think anymore. You just go and you will see later.
Okay, and I'd like to know like what keeps you going when, things do get tough sometimes.
You need to move on, to move forward, to think about new stuff. When we encounter some issues, we just think, how could we make things better? We discuss a lot with our staff to take their feedbacks because they are the one in contact with our customers. That's very important to have their feedbacks to understand, okay, what is not working, why did we have this issue, why this treatment is less attractive, all that, and we try to think all together to build new stuff.
Great. I see that you are a person who it's not really a problem, let's just move past this and continue to talk to your customers through your staff, of course.
Definitely.
And find out what they want and just provide that for them.
Of course. You cannot run a business without knowing the feedbacks of your customers. It's the main point. If you don't listen to them, you won't go in the good way. You need to understand their needs, their requirements.
Okay. And where can our audience go to find out more about you or EstheClinic?
For EstheClinic, we have our website. We are also on social media,
Yep.
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, I'll make sure to add all those on the show notes below here somewhere. And then so for you guys to go find out more about EstheClinic. And is there anything you'd like to tell?
And regarding myself, I'm not very social. Yes, I have my personal social media, but
Yeah, sure.
not sharing a lot of stuff except some pictures of my daughters or what. But
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And if you
Thank
have
you.
found anything useful and you found this really entertaining for you, please share this with your friends and family. Thanks for spending the time with us today, and thank you, Manon.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting
Bye-bye.
me. Bye.